Yeah.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Midland Rockhounds and the Frisco Rough Riders. The Rockhounds will try to complete the series sweep on the road against their division rivals right after this. Peter Maeda is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you want to know if this guy's one of the better pitchers in the league? Well, how about this? Batters are hitting under 200 against this guy for the year, so he's done a good job against both righties and lefties. And I'm looking for him to be just as dominant in this one.
So striding forward now, Robbie Farr, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped him up. Silva is there. And that's the first out of the inning. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher.
Stepping into the box, Robbie Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hit down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
Ishii is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Digging in to try it again, Mark Silva. He singled his last time up.
Mark Silva. I'm sure it's on me to try to get third out.
The 0-1 in the air now, out to right field. Farr moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. Ready for another chance? Louis Barnard. He reached on a single in his first try. 0-1 pitch on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Farr going back on it, and they take the lead. It's gone.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he...
Now at the plate, Robbie Farr. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard down the left field line, but this will be foul.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Line drive base hit.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
A throw behind the runner at second, and he'll dive back in safely.
Come on. You will cut down to 1 or 2.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. At the plate, Josh Alexander. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Josh Alexander.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning.
Coming to the plate now, Harold Ferreira. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And the run will score all the way from first. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. So coming to the plate, Robbie Farr. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Here's a high pop-up. Silva has a play. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So no straight ahead. The Rough Riders lead it 5-0. Stepping up to the plate, Tim Steele. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. In the air now, out to right field. Moving under it, Farr. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The Frisco Rough Riders used a 3-run 7th to help propel them to the win. Peter Maeda wins his.
Home. Way y'all. I hate leading off. Come on.
Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Texas League. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Midland Rockhounds and the Corpus Christi Hooks. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Brady Locke, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Stepping in, Robbie Farr. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Grounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying.
Swinging a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Grounder down the line at third. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The next 0-2. This one's down to third. And this goes right through him. And how about that to start a game?
The mark of a great pitcher is the ability to put people away when you have 2 strikes on him. He wasn't able to do it to start the game. Let's see if he makes the adjustment.
set to get his evening at the plate started, Albert Benitez. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Looped over toward first, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
Number 13, Bruce Maxwell.
Swinging a soft liner. That's in there. Base hit. He'll come home with it. And not in time as the run scores.
A nice way to start a new series, D-Roll. The thing you want to do is try to score early. It's always nice to win the first game of a series.
Yeah, they're coming out swinging right here, trying to set the tone and let everybody breathe a deep sigh of relief. Hopefully get this first.
Now at the plate, Robbie Farr. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. This is a foul ball. The 0-1. Soft liner to the left side. And this will be gobbled up fairly easily down there at third for the first out. Striding into the box, Robbie Farr. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down.
Striding in, Julio Estrella. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Julio
From the stretch. Pulled toward right center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they pick up no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Robbie Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat. This is line to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Roll, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. The 3-1. Sliced hard on the ground, and that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's 7-0.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. You thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan.
Now in the box, Robbie Farr. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field.
Booyah.
And this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 2 for him on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
What was that last game? Where's my home run?
Wow, he really hit that ball well. Put a great swing on it with great extension, and it sailed right out of here.
At the plate, Alfonso de los Santos. Montalvo stands at first with 1 out.
Alfonso de los Santos.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Farr is under it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
An 8-0 shutout this evening. Midland came out swinging with a huge first inning that really set them up well. Gabriel Saldana wins his 3rd of the season. Brady Locke struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Midland Rockhounds and the Corpus Christi Hooks. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Sam Johnson will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Ready now, Robbie Farr. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Skied in the air to straightaway left. De Los Santos waits on it. He's got it one away. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. What's this club going to need to focus on this evening, Mark?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look up and down this lineup. One thing jumps out. A lot of guys with some quality batting averages. They find themselves in the top third of the league in batting average. And that usually bodes well. As the season gets long, if you can keep your approach, usually.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jay Penn. He was hitless in the shutout last night. Comes set with the 0-1. Hit in the line. Farr sprinting after. It rattles in and out of the glove. And the runner will score from first. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune. Now at the plate, Kenny Kaufman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Hit in the air to right field. Farr has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So 2 runs on 1 hit in the one. Into the box, Robbie. First offering on its way. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. Digging in, Robbie Farr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sinking line drive out to right center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. At the plate, Charlie Light. He reached on a single in his first try.
Charlie
Comes set, and the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Farr will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. Ready for another shot now, Robbie Farr. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead.
5-2 the final score tonight. The Corpus Christi Hooks jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Sam Johnson.
A player new to his Double-A squad gets a tip from one of his coaches.
Why you got me a leader? I like fucking batting like second or third. Or even sixth in the lineup, man.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight it's the third of this. Vladimir Sanchez will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What's the key for them tonight, D-Ro?
Yeah, Matty, this has been the common theme for this team since we had a chance to cover them in spring training. They harped on the fact that they wanted to be in the tops in the league in on-base percentage. And that's exactly where they are, and it means victories at the end of the day. They are finding ways to put a ton of traffic on the base paths, and that will lead to a ton of wins.
Bouncer to the left side. Montalvo has it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Robbie Farr. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First offering on its way. On the ground to third. Montalvo comes up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. Now at the plate, Casey Crozier. He singled his last time up. The 1-1 home. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Farr is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Robbie Farr. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
Line hard to center field. But this will hang up a bit too long as it's taken in chest high for the first out.
I know they say sometimes.
Coming to the plate now, Robbie Farr.
Robbie Farr.
Here comes the first pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. He's got it. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is retired. It was mostly pitching and defense in this one, but the man you see here made some noise with the bat.
A player receives input from a coach.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, Game 4 of this 4-game weekend set between the Midland Rock. Digging in now, Robbie Farr. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Right fielder, Robbie Farr.
He's set. Here it comes. Left side. And a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning. Stepping into the box, Albert Benitez. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. Grounded to the right. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Well, this is speared by the first baseman. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. What's the word on them as they try to split the series, Mark?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed in this lineup, but they don't need much speed when they're moving traffic to both guys.
And that's in there. Base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And no chance there. He'll make it to third safely.
Dan, they didn't come out offensively like gangbusters yesterday. They had a few runs, but today they're able to push one across early.
Boy, and this is, you always want to try to strike first. I think.
In now, Alfonso de los Santos. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Alfonso de los Santos.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that'll get down for a base hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
And the home crowd is absolutely.
Into the box now, Edgar Gonzalez, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Heading out right. Farr on the move. And a diving effort, but he can't make the play in right.
No fucking run.
And the run will score from third as that ties things at 1. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that.
No, really?
So stepping in,
I didn't want to. I
Carlo
wanted to fucking
Montalvo.
catch it
He'll
properly.
get to take his first cuts here.
Carlo Montalvo.
In the air out to right. Farr is in pursuit. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on no hits, no errors, and a runner left.
Leading off for Midland, right fielder.
Stepping in, Robbie Farr. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Popped him up. Asuncion is calling for it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Robbie Farr. He flew out in his last at bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is line to left. In there, a base hit. Long throw to third. And he's safe.
He obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
Yep.
Digging in once again, Albert Benitez. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Stepping up now, Jake Smolinski. 0 for 2 with a line out and a pop out.
Jake Smolinski.
The 3-0 pitch. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Dustin Garneau, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Here now the 2-2. This is hit on the ground to first. Is he going to get out of this? He is, as he gets the 3 unassisted putout. So digging in now, Robbie Farr. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. A swing and a ground ball to third, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Liner towards second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2. Ready once again, Carlo Montalvo, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. The 1-1 home.
Carlo.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Farr moves over, makes the play, 1 away. Digging in, Brian Castillo.
First baseman, number 4.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Yeager moving to his left. 2 down. So striding in, Robbie Farr. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Now a ball lined to the left side. And he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. The windup and the 0-1. Lined into left center. Now a dive, but he can't get there, and this is going to be trouble out there in left center. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers think, and he's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Digging in, Albert Benitez. And he bats in a big spot here. Go ahead run at third, 2 men out. The 1-1 pitch is put in play to the right side of the infield. Asuncion gonna have to hurry. And a close play at first, but he's pulled out and the side is retired. No damage.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. Ronan Ramos earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Agustin Hernandez earns the save out. Game's future stars. Max Stone, the right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
Hey, guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside, fighting it off for a nice base hit.
Now to the plate, Roger Norton. He drove in the other of their 2 runs last night.
Roger Norton.
Hard hit to first. Fielded cleanly to second for one. On to first, and they turn the double play. A chance now to take a look at how the home team. Next will be the designated hitter, Chris Lopez. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. Here it comes, 0-2. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
And you can see why they love this guy.
Striding in once again, Louis Barnard. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Farr is under it, and that ends the inning. So a good bounce back inning here after the. Settling in now, Robbie Farr. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Torres is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Standing in, Louis Barnard. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Louis Barnard.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Farr on the move. He's there and records the first out. Into the box now, Robbie Farr. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Line drive to left. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Roger Norton becomes the first out in the bottom of the 6th inning. All even at 2-2. Here it is. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. To second for 1. On to first. It's a double. Digging in the switch hitter, Tim Steele. He flew out in his last at bat. Now the 1-1 pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Farr will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Standing in, Robbie Farr. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's through first and hustling for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he is into third with a triple. His 3rd hit of the night. The speed they always talk about with this guy was on full display there.
Yeah, when you've got elite speed like this guy does, Matt, you don't need any help from the fielders to give you more time. He's thinking extra bases as soon as the ball gets to the outfield, and that time he wanted 3.
So striding forward now, Roger Norton. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Popped high in the air. Hanley is there. 1 out. Here's the German-born catcher Bruce Maxwell.
Number 13, Bruce Maxwell.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Grounded to third. Ramirez right there. Throw will get him for the 2nd out, but meanwhile the run is in to score from third. Digging in and looking for more, Louis Barnard. He singled his last time up.
Barnard.
Lifted in the air to right field. Farr moves over, and that retires the side. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Robbie Farr. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. Now his swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. He makes the catch, and they have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over. 8-2 tonight's final. The Frisco Rough